Hey there, it's Karen. You guys, I haven't done a video. You may not know this because I'm the one doing the videos, but in over a week, and it hasn't, part of it was intentional, but the last 2 days, I can't tell you how many videos I've done. And then I try to upload them and it's like a still frame of me, but you can hear me. Maybe that's the way to go. So I'm trying again, but luckily you won't have to hear my droning on about what happened and why I didn't have a video, but I'm going to condense it for you and then give you an update. But I went off track on WW. I don't know how else to say it. I went off track. I went off plan. I did not track anything for a week. Last week, 2 weeks ago, I was 18.2 down. I was feeling pretty good about that in like 7 weeks, I think, so I was happy. Last week, it was flat, but I was okay with that because I had a big birthday dinner that I really enjoyed, and then I weighed and was flat, and I said, okay, I deserve it. I'm surprised I didn't gain more. And then I was supposed to get right back on track, and that just did not happen. It's all excuses. My actual birthday happened, and a lot happened around that, which was all very, very fun and very positive, but I didn't track any of it. I will put a picture in here of two of the things that I didn't track. And you'll see why I have the consequences I have. One was a salted caramel jar dessert that was given to me for free at dinner. And I ate half of it. And I have to tell you something, I really didn't enjoy it as much because I wasn't tracking it. I know that sounds so weird, but I knew there were consequences to what I was doing. To myself, not to anyone else, but to myself. So that was a problem. And then I also went to a friend's house that day and had this amazing gourmet meal. If you've watched any of my other videos, she's like a gourmet chef. She's incredible. And she goes to all this trouble of, sorry, it's a little nutty here. She goes to all this trouble of making this amazing meal during the day, and she made this quiche, and I know the picture won't do it justice because it's not the quiche that you think of when I think of a quiche. It was like 3 inches thick, seriously. Very rich, really good, probably more points in that one slice of quiche than I could have all day, I'm guessing. But did I track? Did I even try to figure that out? No, I did not. Because usually when I am tracking, even if I eat something that I have no idea what it is, and I probably shouldn't, I get online, I get on my app, and I try to find something close to it, and I usually err on the side of caution and say, okay, here are 4 different kinds of, steaks, and let me take the one with the most points. That sounds like it. Just so I don't try to play that game with myself. Well, this time I did not even bother doing that. And that was all in one day. I won't even go into everything else that I did over this past week of debauchery, I guess I would say. But none of it was tracked. I don't know what I was thinking. I will mention what I learned here in a second from this, because Sunday morning came. It's Tuesday right now. And I said, Karen, this is nuts. You got to get on the scale, see what the damage is. I'm all about that, and I usually try to weigh every day. I know you're not supposed to, but I do. And I do that for things like this, because if I put that off, I would be putting off what I did and not get back on track. So that's why I do it. Everyone's different. But anyway, I got on the scale on Sunday morning. And remember, 2 weeks earlier, I had lost 18.2. I gained, not a shocker, right? But I gained, are you ready for it? I gained 4 pounds. 4 pounds. So I had lost 14.2. Now, I'm still glad, I had lost 14.2. But I was so depressed. And I was so mad at myself. Because it takes a while to lose 4 pounds, And here I undid all my hard work in 1 week. And I did it to myself. It was crazy. So I could have... And this is what I would do in the past. I have to tell you, when I've done WW, and if I've gone off the rails... This is where my problem is. I go off and I get depressed and I'm like, what's the point? I'll get back on track later, but I've already blown it, so I'm just going to continue. And a week goes by, and then that turns into 2 weeks, and then that turns into a month, and 2 months, and then not only have I gained back everything I lost, but I usually gain back more. So this time I said, in the madness, you know what you're doing. Duh, it's like all psychological. You gotta just own it and get back on track. So Sunday I was down because of what I had done. I shouldn't have been down. I should have just been like, yeah, but I didn't really enjoy that week. It wasn't like I went on vacation and had the vacation of a lifetime and it was worth it and all that. I mean, I had fun, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't worth 4 pounds. It was not worth 4 pounds. So anyway, I did. I got back on track Sunday and ate low points, but I was back on track. I always need like 3 days in my mind to get really back in the groove, and then I'm just, it's automatic with me. So I did that. I weighed Monday morning. Very grateful I did that, because then I was only up at that point 1.6. So not an additional 1.6. I was up 1.6 total. So it apparently said that I lost 2.4 pounds in 1 day. That does not happen to me. Does not happen. So I know part of that 4 pounds was water weight, salt weight, whatever. I don't care. I was grateful because I dodged a bullet, and I was sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, what if I had not gone back on track on Sunday? Holy moly, it would have just kept compounding itself. So I was up 1.6 yesterday, and then in one of the videos that you'll never see, I said, and this was yesterday, I said my goal is to get rid of that 1.6 and then of course get back on losing more. And I knew it was, for me, it takes a while to do that. Well, I got on the scale this morning. I'm back to having lost 18.2. I don't know how. I'm like whispering it. No one's in the car with me. I'm in this desert. No one's in the car with me, but I don't know how that happened. I'm taking it. I'm worried it might come back tomorrow because, the fluctuation, but I'm taking it, and I'm thrilled. And yesterday was another low point day for me. That's what I love about Weight Watchers. I can still feel full, but I do a little bit lower points. I'm supposed to have 30 points on the green plan. I didn't hit 30 points yesterday. It is what it is, but it helped, I guess. But I'm not saying I'm going to do that every day. But I just had to get back on track. So it helped a lot. And I'm feeling much better today. Of course, I've lost 2 weeks of possible weight loss, but I had gained 4 pounds. So I'm very, very happy that hopefully that's gone. We'll see. Time will tell. You know how that is. But anyway, so that's what has been happening. But in in my WW life, I also sat down on Sunday and did meal planning. Makes me go back into control. So that made me feel good. I had bought some veggies at Sprouts and some fruit, and so I was feeling it. One of the things I did when I was off track, I was snacking because I was studying for this real estate broker test here in Arizona. I've mentioned it. It seems like, maybe it's just in my head, but I've mentioned it a ton because I was a broker in Colorado for 15 years, and I didn't want to lose that broker piece. That just means I could hire agents. I could have my own company, which is what I did. But I'm not sure if I want to do that here, but I just didn't want to lose that level of licensure, so I decided to try to go for it. But that meant I was studying. I was sitting in front of my computer or my iPad just studying, and probably stressed. So what did I do? I started snacking, and I was snacking low point snacks, which would have been fine if I had stopped. But, I had goldfish, and then before you know it, half the bag was gone. Yeah, that kind of thing. So it was mindless eating. I was a WW train wreck last week. I'm just keeping it real, keeping it honest. I didn't feel good. I wasn't sleeping good. I had this, guilt that I was doing this to myself. So, what I have learned from all of that is, it's not rocket science here, but for me, I have to track. I have to track, or it's too easy for me to go off. I track everything I put in my mouth. I use the app. I love it. Because I can scan, I can do whatever. But, last week if I had put those goldfish in my app, I would say there was no way I would have overeaten goldfish. Maybe I would have that day, but the next day I would not have, because I would have said, whoa, lady, how many points did you have yesterday? But I just pretended, no reason, just pretended there were no points on any of that stuff, right? And I was stressed and studying, and, it's like comfort food, and it was all dumb. And what makes me mad is it doesn't hurt anyone other than me. So I'm playing this game with myself. So I'm mad at myself for doing that. However, I'm very proud of myself for getting back on the horse, as they say. I think that's a saying. But I'm very happy that I'm back on track. And I'm feeling this is my third day. So I said I usually need like 3 days. So I'm feeling much better because I'm tracking everything. Now, I thought I wouldn't have a challenging week this week, because last week was very challenging. I didn't even go into everything that was going on around my birthday, but not around my birthday. There was other stuff happening. But I didn't think I'd have a challenging week. I don't think this is going to be too challenging today. I'm actually going over... I know it looks like I'm not anywhere, as usual, but I'm going over here. You're going to start seeing some life here in a second, to have my windshield repaired, because on my way to take my test, which, by the way, I passed. Woohoo, woohoo. I passed, but a rock hit my windshield on the freeway. So I'm going over here to this place. I'm hoping they can fix it. Doesn't that sound like fun? So that's not the challenge. The challenge is that after that, I'm meeting someone for a happy hour, but we're talking kind of businessy stuff. So it's not going to be like social. I mean, it'll be nice social, but it's not just like random drinking. So maybe I'll have one drink and I'll track it. I am definitely tracking it. But that's going on. After that, I'm going home. So no biggie. Thursday night, we're going to this thing called The Mentalist, but it's in our neighborhood. It's like, I don't know, psychic or something. But there's appetizers and drinks. I can manage that because I will eat before I go. And I'll probably just have like a Diet Coke. Because they serve Diet Coke there at our restaurant. I don't know if I would have moved there if they had Diet Pepsi. Isn't that awful? But anyway, that could be a whole nother video. Diet Coke versus Diet Pepsi. I'm sorry if I offended any Diet Pepsi people. But, so that's okay. And I thought I was smooth sailing. And then a friend of mine reminded me, it's totally my fault, that I had agreed to go to this thing on Friday night, and I'll be telling you more about it. But it's for charity. But you get in this double-decker bus, and they bar hop all over downtown, Old Town Scottsdale, and they have music, and the food is free. It's appetizers and desserts, and free wine on the bus. So, I don't have a great plan for that yet. My big plan is going through a school zone here. See, there is a school right here. My big plan is that I am driving. So, initially my friend, she's a very good friend, said, why don't you just stay over? And I am not going to do that because I know I will not drink too much if I have to drive. I might have one glass of wine early on the bus, but that is it. If I have that, because I just don't. I know this is going to be a shocker because I'm always talking about wine, but I do not believe in drinking and driving at all, no matter how much you know, I don't know. I just am incredibly cognizant of that. I'm very cautious. So that's going to help me with that. I'm going to try to just say I'm enjoying the food. I mean, the food, the music, seeing these different places that I have not been to, in the company. I just want to focus on that because I know there's going to be a lot of tempting food. So I'm thinking I might try to have a heavier lunch so I'm not too hungry. That might be it. I really am just thinking this out loud. So anyway, we'll see how I do because I really, really want to stay really good this week. So I'm going to watch it. So I'll let you know how that goes. But I am looking forward to it. I just feel like a dunce that I didn't remember it. So I'm going to be doing that on Friday night. And I think that's it. I think that's all I know so far. So we have that going on, and isn't this exciting? I'm trying to think of anything else here. I am excited about getting my real estate broker license just because I wanted to have it done. And I just missed my turn. Isn't that really smart? I think it's going so slow in this place. I'm in a little town that is quite interesting. But can you tell how wide the street is behind me? I don't understand. And it's not that busy. But they have the widest streets I've ever seen. But it's a nice town. People are very nice. But it's just interesting to me. So I think that's it. That's what's going on. And I will give you another update and let you know what's happening.